Hello everyone. Welcome. This is the test 2. If you would like, here is the test 1. Both of these videos will be a series of questions to analyze me. I will be answering honestly, truthfully, and sometimes painfully. I will do my best to explain. There will be a lot of telling of stories in this game. If you have not seen the first one, I recommend you do so. It'll give you a good sense of what this one will be. I will be bearing my soul today, and I will be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I have a little sense of what some of the questions are, and I will be vulnerable. So, hope you're all ready. I'm S.E.N of SoundEffectsNecessary, I forgot to say that. Let me just check that my recording's going. Okay, we're good. Cool. Alright. I'm stalling for time. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's see just exactly what my soul says. Before experiencing the test Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test, before venturing into this experience. That will be linked in the top corner. Check that out if you can. I'll also put it in the bio below. And yeah, it is very recommended that you watch that one first. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played The Test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I don't remember what my verdict was in the last test. I would like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, blah 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 blah. Same rules as before. Would you like to close this game now? I've already played the first test. Wonderful news. We can continue it. Yes. Yes, wonderful. Get out of there, mouse. Shoo, shoo. This was made in RPG Maker, I think. Oh. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. I'm going to scoot my microphone. Here we go. Truly a pleasure to see you here today. Thank you, Fate. Please excuse the mess. Why have you killed someone? I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Why? What? Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak. I've already done that, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like you to ask yourself. Are you happy? I remember... when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great. It's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. Yes, I will. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. Do you want to be happy? You do want to be happy, don't you? I do. I think I already am. You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying. I do. Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. Whew. And believe me, you will suffer. Oh yeah. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. Okay. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we'll be doing. Just remember that we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. That is true. Doesn't mean they can't be changed, in my opinion, but sometimes people just don't make the best choices. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. I'm sure I'll be very uncomfortable. Now it's time to get to the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. I'm going to take a sip. Stay hydrated. As you read questions and scenarios during the process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced a scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. The text isn't the most legible, I'll say that, Fate. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, I have Mountain Dew, and sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. Stay hydrated. Look at you, Dad. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions, okay? If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Okay. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions and the ambiance in my ears. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Shush! Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough, as the length of the video will show. And here we go. Do you feel comfortable right now? Yes? The whispering ambiance in my ears isn't the best. Are you nervous? I am nervous, yes. Do you feel cold? No, I'm quite warm, actually. Do you feel sad? No, I do not. I don't feel sad. Not at the moment. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Yes. I don't have specifics in my head. There's several times. Yes. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes, I feel like a lot of people do. Yeah, in some way, at least, to be loved by others. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes, I have. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Yes, I do. Do you believe in demons? I don't believe in physical demons, like, oh, they're gonna get you. They're coming to get you. I don't believe in even, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like, demons are like, oh, this opens a portal to hell, and then the energies will kill you. I don't believe in that. I believe in personal demons, which I don't think are demons. I think they're something else, even though they can be called demons. Oh, I said yes. Okay, I guess I do believe in them. I guess I do. I do. Just kidding, Fate. Haha. Do you believe in curses? No, I don't. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Yes, I do. Are you afraid of dying alone? No, we all die alone. No one is going through that threshold with you at that time. They can go through a different threshold, but everyone has their own death. That happens alone. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to find a place to live? Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Yes. I had my, in the place I'm in now, the first, week I was living here, I was like, alright, I'm exhausted, take a nap, lay down. There are 2 doors into my bedroom. It goes to 2 different rooms. And they were both closed. I took a nap. When I opened, when I woke up, one of the doors was open. And I checked around. No one had been in my apartment. I asked my partner, I asked, no one's been here, right? No one, and yet the door was wide open. A door that hasn't even used, it's closed, so it was a little spooky. I was like, okay. If ever you've seen the movie I See You, I was like, alright, I've got frogging is happening, okay, I'm being haunted. I don't know, it hasn't happened since. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? I'm not supernatural. I believe a game can lead you on a different path in life if it tells you things and you become more aware of things about yourself, like, oh, I really love this character, I want to do stuff like that, this thing happened in the game. It can lead you to different thought processes that can just have you lean towards different things and can pull you in different paths. Maybe you say, this is really cool doing this thing. I want to be a game developer, or I want to be a photographer because I love setting up little mini games and stuff. It can pull you down different paths, but Supernatural forces, without you knowing it, no. Would you like to make more friends? Yeah, sure. But I already struggle a lot with maintaining the friendships I have. I feel bad when I have a very shallow friendship with someone. Not that it's insincere, but it's that I can't dig in deeper because I just don't have the time. Doing YouTube, doing D&D, trying to do just like, I've been trying to be better about doing chores, like folding my clothes, cleaning. That takes up a lot of time, and I find that I don't have as much time to interact with everyone that I would like to. If you're watching this and I don't interact with you much, it's not because I don't like you. It's because I'm trying to do more things that I want to do and pursue and be better at, not because I can't be friends with you or don't want to be friends with you. But I would like to make more friends. I always love meeting people and being friendly with people. Would you consider yourself being a good friend? I think yes. I think I've improved a bit at being a good friend. And that might be just be like, tooting my own horn, like, yeah, I'm a great friend. I've really wanted to improve my friendships and quality of friendships from where I come from. So I'm being a better friend and lending more to the friendship. And I've been putting a lot of work into that, put a lot of time, thinking, and just acceptance into my friendships, on my end at least. I feel like I've become a better friend in the last year. I did this like a year ago-ish from when I last did the test, and I'm curious how I've improved myself since I've taken the test. Do you feel lonely? No, I don't. Okay, do you make friends easily? I do. Gonna pretend like that other thing didn't happen. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? Yes. There was a time, I think, when I dabbled a little bit into like, no, you know what, I would like to seek it out so I can fix it. But then, like, that was a long time ago, and it's like, you know what, it's not worth it. If someone has beef with me, I'll just say, like, you know what, like, that's fine. I get that you have beef. I don't want to, like, have beef back. That just doesn't help anyone. Have you ever had a near-death experience? I think, yes, I did almost have a near-death experience. Once, I almost got hit by a car by someone who was, like, speeding in the last year. That was a little spooky, but, like, I'm not sure if I would have died or anything. But I have been in natural disaster phenomenon where I've seen trees getting split in half and stuff, and I'm like, I might die if something happens to me. But am I, like, almost, like, fall out of a plane or have, like, a medical disease that nearly killed me? I don't know. I don't believe so. But yes, I believe that there are times where I could have died. Do you like horror movies? Yes. I have come to love horror movies in the last year. My horror D&D campaigns that I've been working on, I've mentioned them in the past. I have now come to love them. Not the gory, gruesome ones, but the suspenseful ones, where there's tension and atmosphere, and there's something that they have to develop there. You can't just write in monster gets you. You have to hide the monster. You have to show the monster well. I even have taken notes. Let me see. I might actually have it here in one of my D&D books. Yeah, I do right here. I watched Fear Streets Parts 1, 2, and 3, and I took notes all on it because I was like, oh, these parallels here are super good. I really love the way they did this. They subverted my expectations, and I just had fun taking notes on a movie one time. But yes, I love horror movies now. This is all very interesting. This is a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Have you played the test? Yes, you already asked me that. That's the spirit. Buy my game. Have you played the Horrorscope? I have played the Horrorscope, and I found out I would die by, if you haven't seen it, check that one out too. That's also in the playlist, I guess, that I will link or something. But I played the Horrorscope, and spoilers, I found out I would die by being betrayed by a friend, and that I would drown, and that my friend would betray me and not rescue me, or just, like, watch me, or, like, they set up the circumstances and I would drown. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of spooky. But yes, I played the Horoscope. What a gangster! Yeah! Do you watch porn? Yeah. Who doesn't? Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? That's a good question. I'm a hard worker when it comes to things that I'm passionate about. But I also have ADHD, and sometimes I get really hung up on not doing something, and like scheduling a doctor's appointment. I should schedule one. I should set up a dentist appointment, but that keeps getting pushed off. I should apply to more jobs and like, oh yeah, it's healthy to look around in the job market. I should do that, but I don't. While I'm at work though, and when I am working, I try my best not to be distracted by things. I try my best to constantly be doing something, because if I'm not doing something, I become very quickly not a hard worker, and I start just sitting around, chit-chatting, not doing anything. And I've come to learn that when I see that I'm starting to do that, I get a little stressed out. Like, I gotta find something to do. I gotta keep this energy and pace up. So I guess I am, because if I'm not, then I'm not, if that makes any sense. I very quickly become not a hard worker. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? I would say a year ago, I would have struggled with this a lot more. But thinking about it, I think I have developed a better opinion of myself, and I've become happier with me as a person. And I talked in my previous video about, I did mention that I had depression, and I haven't seen a doctor about it, it's not official, but I know I have depression. And can we chill on the shushing and stuff in my ears? Anyways, since then I've been doing a lot, especially in the last month, of becoming just happier with myself and managing my depression, and I think I also have a better opinion of myself because of that, because I haven't had many depressive episodes where I'm just like feeling bad about myself and not liking myself. So no, I do not have a low opinion of myself. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? Ooh. I would say yes, but there's lots of little moments where I doubt myself on silly things. Like, did I lock my car when I left it outside? Did I lock it? Did I make sure to is there something that I needed to do that I'm forgetting? I have those moments all the time, but I don't think that generally counts towards confidence. I think being able to take a step forward and being brave, and being sure of yourself in that brave step forward is what confidence really is. And when it comes down to it, I can suck it up. I can give myself the confidence needed to be strong about moving forward, about taking steps and taking charge about something. So yes. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? I would like to say yes. And me as a person wants to say yes. I want to be the person who does. But when I start thinking about it, I start thinking, oh, well, maybe she would find that offensive. Being like, do you need help? Are you unable to cross the road? Maybe she would like to, but it's like, what am I going to do? Just we have crosswalks. We have stoplights. It's really easy to cross the street now. And then my brain is like, she'll be fine. And then I have come not to that scenario, but moments where it's like, I'm sure it's fine. Maybe it'd be condescending if I try to step in, and I would like to be more helpful in those scenarios, but I think in that scenario I would get too in my head. I would continue walking, be like, oh, it's too late now. So no, sorry, old lady. Would you kill all of your neighbor's pets just to save one of your own? No. I do not value one life over another, even if it's pets. Especially if it's pets. They're still living, breathing creatures. And if they're in a scenario where they're dependent on you, you are more obligated to protect them. That doesn't mean that my pet is worth more than other people's pets. I would be saddened by the loss greatly, but I would not sacrifice any number of other pets, even if it's just one, to save my own. So, no. I want to make sure, no, I would not do that. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? No, but I'm worried that I still would, so I don't sleep face down. It's like, what if I just like I take some medication, like some cold medication, and I'm sleeping because like I'm stuffed up or something, and then I fall asleep face down, and then I never wake up because I couldn't wake up because the medication was too strong. But no, I haven't tried to do it to myself. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? Yes. I get really embarrassed. I've also been caught singing. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? No. Is that a thing? Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? No. My practical jokes are pretty harmless. I do feel a little bit bad, like, oh, sorry, but it's like, yeah, it didn't hurt anyone. And it's like, okay, yeah, I got you. I acknowledge that it's a dumb practical joke. But that's about it. I don't be like, I shouldn't have done that. If there is, I don't remember it this time. But oh well. No. Are you streaming live right now? I am not. I am recording. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? I am. Hello. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? The game developer or Fate? Which I guess is a little bit of both. No. I have had some games where I've posted about them on social media, and I've seen the developers have either liked the post or retweeted, reshared the post or something. I don't think they actually have gotten any of those, but I've gotten developers to at least brush shoulders with my post about their games before, or in general, just like, oh, that person's a developer of this. But I don't think anyone has seen any of those videos. I think they're just like, hey, thanks for playing the game, sort of thing. So no. I have had someone follow me on one of the social medias before, way back. I think on Tumblr, the game developer for Hello Neighbor, started following me, or whatever Tumblr was, I don't recall. And I was like, I don't post anything to this account. I look at this just to view why are you following me? Also, I don't really think Hello Neighbor's that great of a game. So, sorry if you're watching, developer. Not my style of game. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? Oh, well, hello. It doesn't bother me. I enjoy the games. I'm very impressed with how deep these games go. I'm curious to see how you've made the games. If ever there's a to the developer, hello developer, if you're watching, I doubt it, but maybe you are. If I will assume you are for the sake of talking. If ever there is a how it's made behind the scenes sort of stuff, I think a lot of people would love to know about where do you come up with the algorithm for deciding what the answers are? How do you choose what answers? How much do you ask these yourself versus other people? I think that'd be really interesting to know. But no, it doesn't bother me. So hello, if you are watching. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? Yeah, that means a lot. That I'm taking time to comment on your content, and while this is way more popular than my content, I'd say, I would hope that someday my content gets popular. But I like that you are also taking the time to receive those and take those. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Thank you. I appreciate you too. Your content, your games, you as a person, you are valid. And you too, viewer. Hello, sorry viewer that I've been talking in your face and talking to someone else. But same with you, viewer as well. It means so much to me that people watch my videos. I remember hearing one YouTuber talk about I've heard people say I only have 3,000 subscribers or 3,000 views per video and getting all glum with themselves, and this other YouTuber saying that's a stadium of people. That's incredible that you can do that. And while my numbers aren't that high yet, I've sort of put together some of my videos get up to 200 views currently. Sometimes they're more around 7 to 20, maybe even 40. But I like to imagine a room and filling that number of people. So 20 is a classroom. And to think that a whole classroom of people have individually looked at my videos and clicked on it at least once, whether they watch the whole video or just watch the first 5 seconds. I think that's really cool, and that means a lot to me. So I appreciate you, and fate appreciates you and me as well. We all appreciate each other. Get in here. Oh yeah. Stay hydrated. I really do. Thank you, fate. Thank you. Are you afraid of snakes? No. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go around and just like start poking wild snakes. If someone has a pet snake, then who's like used to being around people, then yeah, I think snakes are adorable. But no, I'm not afraid of snakes. Do you believe in magic? I don't believe you can fireball or stuff, but I believe this kind of gets like a little weird because this is something I've not thought about too terribly much, or I'm still very malleable in my opinion. I don't. I believe you can manifest something by thinking about it. You become more aware of it. You kind of gradually gravitate toward things, like saying, oh yeah, I'm talking about photography. And I played a game with photography in it, and now it's like super on my mind. I follow photography, and maybe someone gets you a camera as a gift, or you get yourself a camera as a gift, and photography is in your wheelhouse, and you start manifesting that. You start taking photos. I believe there's a magic in that. And saying, I want to be a photographer. And you take the steps to make that happen. You make it real just from this desire, from this thought. I think that's a magic in of itself. And way that people do magic, like if you have like people casting spells, rituals and stuff, that's along the same vein of wanting something, putting that energy out into the universe, prayer, and just like talking about it and following something, putting it in your hobbies or putting in your timelines and stuff. I believe that follows the same sort of rule. So yes, but not like I'm gonna shoot a fireball at you or I'm going to curse you with your teeth falling out sickness. Like I don't believe in that. But yes. Have you cried in the last month? Yes, I did. I won't say why. But it was a healthy cry. It was a good cry. I was like, I'm going to have a cry. And it's not because I felt bad or was hurt by something, but because I was grieving something. And I don't want to talk too much about that. It's not my place to chat about it. But yeah, I cried. Yes, it was a healthy cry. Do you have a hero? Yes, I do. I have many heroes. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? I like to think so. I think so, yeah. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? I want to say yes. I want to say like hiking is super nice. I do enjoy them. I like going for runs and jogs. I jog home from work some days. I like just sitting outside. Yeah, you know, my last video, I was living in a completely different state. I loved just sitting outside with like a mojito or something that I had poured myself. And just sitting outside listening to the birds, like just enjoying the time. So I enjoy outdoor activities. Do I do them often? No. But I enjoy them. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Yeah, again, I'm a hard worker until I'm not. So I am both a hard worker and I am lazy. There's some days where it's like, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not going to record a video. I'm not going to edit a video. I may clean some dishes and then I wind up not doing it. But yeah, I'm also lazy in addition to being a hard worker. You sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated. Depends on the thing. But yes, I think there's always something where it's like, I don't want to keep folding my clothes. I'm just going to wear them, and then they're going to be unfolded when I clean them again. So yeah. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? I think a lot of people do. It's a matter of not following your own advice in certain situations. Where it's like, yeah, if he treats you poorly, then dump his ass. Like, it's you want to put those needs of other people and help those people and give them that advice. Doesn't mean you always follow them yourself. I think that's, in some way, doing that as well. And I think I do, yes. When I am aware of it, and people that I care about and I know and understand, like, yes, this is how they are looking for help, then yeah, I would try to do that. And I think a lot of people do as well. Including you, maybe. It's not at all the words. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? Well, like, I'm I'm deciding what my friends and family would describe to me. I think yes. I try to be a kind person. I try to put that out so that other people will say, this person is kind, and that way I am being kind to them because they deserve that kindness. Yes? Feels weird saying good things about myself. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? And this is the question I was afraid of. Let me explain. The answer that I'm going to give is no. But, and this is why it took me so long to come to play this game, because I knew this question was here, and I was afraid of it. Because I would have said yes before. And let me explain why. I would have considered cheating in a relationship to be emotionally or romantically not in love with the person anymore and being in love with someone else. And I feel like this is I've sort of mentally gone over this question even today, like, yes, this is how I want to talk about it. So, when I was younger, and this is all a very recent thing that I'm super happy about, it's become more popular to be gay. Like, if someone's gay, that's okay now. In high school, it was still okay, but a lot of people would be like, oh, you're so gay. And I feel like that's being said less and less. It's not just in people's vernacular anymore, just like as a casual thing. But when I was in middle school, I realized I was gay on the second day of middle school when I was walking to school. Because on the first day of middle school, at the lunch table, I was like, I don't know any of these people. It's middle school. I'm just having lunch with these people. Yeah. There was a lot of like, oh, you're so gay. You're gay. Haha. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're all laughing, having fun about it. When I was walking to school the next day on the second day of 6th grade, I realized, oh, that explains so much. I'm actually gay. I am actually the thing that people were using as an insult. And that kind of depressed me. And it was scary to come out when I was in high school. I remember I came out to my parents. I watched Glee the night before, and I was like, okay, I'm going to prep myself up for this and psych myself up for it. And that was all, like, it was a very different experience for me than I feel like if I was in school now and had to come out as gay. Like, it'd be much more casual, I feel. But that being said, I didn't want to be gay for a while. I felt like, I was like, I don't want to be gay. I want to just be default, normal, straight, or at least maybe bisexual, and be able to do that. And this is a bit uncomfortable for me to talk about, but there was a girl who I won't name specifically, but there was a girl who was so cool, and she was so pretty. She still is, and I was like, if I can be in a relationship with a girl, with any girl, this would be the girl that I would want it to be with. And if anyone could help me not be gay, or be at the very least bisexual, this is the girl. And I loved hanging out with her. I cherished all of it. It was so cool to be able to hang out with people. I didn't hang out with people in school. To be able to have someone to go over to and like meet somewhere and do things with. And the more I was in that relationship, the more I realized it wasn't like she felt very differently about me than I felt about her, and I was scared about that. It's like, what do I do now? I'm in this relationship and I don't know what to do. And I was chatting with people online, with other people who were gay, and I kind of fell in love with someone else. And my hands are shaking a little bit. It weighed a lot on my mind for a long time, that I wasn't able, that I felt like I was leading this girl on, and I felt, and I was trying to deny and lie to myself too, because I didn't know what to do, and it doesn't excuse the way I treated her, but what I figured at the time, and I was so stupid as a kid, like, oh, well, I just will try to distance myself from her. Maybe if we just separate a little bit, then she won't like me as much. It won't mean as much if we break up. I don't want to hurt her feelings. And I was in love with someone else, and that I felt so terrible for that, and for the longest time, and it wasn't right, and it was complicated. And for the longest time, I would have considered, yeah, I cheated on her. But what I really did was I cheated myself, is what I've learned. And I want her, I'm sure, and I'm sure she's probably not watching the video, but if somehow she is, I'm sorry. And it's meant a lot to me that I treated you poorly. So I'm sorry if you are watching this video. But in the last year, I've done a lot to just accept what happened in the past and to understand that, yes, I was lying to myself. I was trying my best to be someone I wasn't because I didn't want to be me. And I've come to understand that that's okay. The process of who I am now and how I got here is okay. And so I will say now, no, I've not cheated in a relationship. I consider cheating to absolutely be physical. Don't do anything without someone's consent. Chat with your partner. If you have the hots for someone else, communicate. But I, for the longest time, considered like, yeah, I was such a horrible person. I cheated on her. But the real person I cheated was myself, and I hurt other people by doing so. And I don't think that's cheating in a relationship. It's just being bad at being in a relationship, which I think a lot of us can say we were not the smartest when we were teens and when we were younger trying to be in relationships. I'm sure there's always going to be someone who said, why did I do that? I was such a stupid kid or a stupid teenager when I was younger. And I've come to try to accept that as myself, of saying, yeah, we've all made mistakes. That doesn't mean that it is what I was defining it and holding myself over. There's no red A that I need to wear on myself, some mark of shame. It was just me being stupid in a relationship and not handling it well. When really what I should have done is been honest with myself and communicated more with my ex-girlfriend. So she's still super cool. I still think she's incredibly amazing. And if anyone could have made me straight, it was her. But alas, I am as gay as the day is long, and it cannot happen. I'm immune to the female physical form. I don't know what I'm talking about. But no, I have accepted that no, if that makes any sense. And maybe you disagree with me, and that's okay. That is okay to disagree with me. I'm not going to say that you or I am right or wrong, but in accepting myself more and being happier with myself, I learned that it is okay to make mistakes, that it doesn't mean that it is this horrible crime. Which cheating physically, I think, is pretty bad. Don't do that. Don't cheat on someone. Just chat with them, you know? Maybe you can get something going on, all three of you, whatever. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? I had kind of karmic thing happen right back to me. I had someone who was very cruel to me in a relationship, different relationship, and was very much about hanging my relationship on I have to prove it. Otherwise, these other people are much better. And it was really messed up. Again, when you're younger, you're in weird relationships. I think we can all agree with that. I don't hold it against this other person as well. But they were pretty cruel about a relationship. And I always said, yeah, they cheated on me too. They cheated right back. But it's only fair that you just make mistakes. You don't always have the best communication. You don't always make the best choices. That doesn't mean it's cheating on someone. So as far as I know, no, I've not been cheated on in a relationship. This got very strange, and this conversation went in a little bit different direction than I was expecting it to, because I've thought about this question a lot. I knew this question was here, and this was the big question. And I was like, this is a scary question. But it's done now. I've answered it. And, yeah. So I hope you, viewer, are okay with my answer. And if not, then I don't know. Let me know. I would like to chat with you more about this. Did I handle my previous relationship, my that I talked about well? No. And I have hope that it is my sincere hope that I've handled every relationship better after that. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? I can be pretty judgy sometimes, but I never really hold it to someone, I guess. So no, we're gonna move on now, okay? I see. Yeah, Fate, those questions, really difficult. Give me some easier things. Ask me about punching a nun. Are you a hero to someone else? I think so. I think so. I think so? I think so. I mean, I have lots of heroes. Maybe I'm someone else's hero, so I think so. At the very least, I know people care a lot about me. Do you love animals? Yes, I do. They're so sweet. So innocent, so pure. Have you found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like, just to make shit real awkward? No, I'm not on Tinder or any other dating site. No. No, but that's really funny. Yeah, Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? Yes, it's fun. I like having just like a nice relaxing drink, but I've come to learn recently as well, I can have other relaxing drinks too, because for a while I was sick with like a cold, a head cold, or I was taking ibuprofen for my hands and wrists, which I've talked about before. I had to not use them for a while, take lots of ibuprofen, and just like try to like heal them, like get blood flow back, try to reduce inflammation. And I had been taking lots of medication for that and for just a general cold I had after that. That's like, I don't want to take ibuprofen and drink. Don't do that. That's unhealthy. That's bad for you. So I've just kind of fallen off on drinking alcohol lately. And I don't know. I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? Screw it. I'll continue to not do that for a while. So I've been drinking a lot more soda, which I think is better for me. It's probably better for me. Easier on my body. But I know soda's still not the healthiest for you. I just brush my teeth a lot to keep up with that. But yeah, drinking alcohol is fun. I just don't do it anymore. Are you intoxicated right now? Ew. Well, that makes one of us. Okay. Do you like the phrase sneaky snake? I do. That's fun. Oh, little sneaky snake. Are these questions a bit strange to you? A little bit, yeah. You have a vivid imagination. Yes. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? No. I feel worn out in large social settings because I'm an introvert, but not uncomfortable. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? I just said I was an introvert. But that doesn't mean I don't like chatting with people. But I do definitely have my times where I don't want to chat with people. But no, I don't consider myself antisocial. It's not like, oh, don't talk to me, I get stressed, I don't want to people, I'm very introverted and like that. It's like, no, I'm introverted. We'll need to relax. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Not anymore. I don't recall what my answer was before, because this was a similar question in the first one. I don't recall what I answered then, but I don't have any grudges at the moment. People have wronged me, I feel, but we all make stupid decisions, we all make mistakes, or we all have our own way of finding happiness. That's the thing I've learned. Everyone just wants to be happy. Everyone. And whatever they do is either them trying to find their own happiness, and it's different from yours, or they're just not sure how to find that happiness. That doesn't mean that what they're doing is malicious and deserves to have me hold it against them for. I've come to just sort of tell myself that, like, no, what they're doing is just different, and I can't fault them for being themselves. So, no. Whether that's changed or not, I don't recall. Maybe if you just watch the video, or if you can find out, maybe. I don't know. Have you ever urinated in public? No, I am a shy peer and pooper. whenever it's like, oh, just pee in the ocean, like, oh, that's where all the fish go, I'm like, I can't. Or it's like, oh, you're hiking, just go off to the side and pee. I can't. I will hold it in. No, I have never and will never urinate in public. Do you like pineapple on pizza? Fuck yes. It's my favorite topping. I knew I liked you. I had a calzone last night with pineapple, ham, and sausage. Hawaiian calzone. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? I think yes. And I think it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to indulge yourself and to want things for yourself. And to seek out things for yourself. It's what people strive for. It's why you go to work, get a job. You want to get nice things. You want to be comfortable. You want to enjoy yourself. And that's okay to be selfish that way. To be self-centered on enjoying yourself. Because once you're all set up, then you can help others. So yeah. Do you think you've got a big ego? No. But that's just my ego talking, saying that I'm a very humble person. Would you consider yourself kinky? Yes. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but yeah, lots of kinks. Have you ever masturbated into a fishbowl? No. Have you? Well, then you can't be that gay. Oh, okay, fair. Fair enough. Would you consider yourself to be religious? No. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? No, but I can be hot-headed. But I don't think that's temperamental, because I won't throw a temper tantrum. I won't, I don't think it's very easy or, like, difficult to guess where I'm gonna be emotionally fluctuating on something. It's not like, why did he, what, that would, like, he blew up over that. What, were you expecting that? Like, I don't think that, and that's not to say I'm confusing temperamental with unpredictable, but I think I'm pretty grounded in when I experience something like, oh man, that was awful, I hate that, or this was stupid, that sucks, that it's usually a thing that's like, yeah, that's stupid, that sucks, and then at least I hope so, I'm moving on from it eventually, somewhat soon, hopefully. No? You had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it. Would you do it? No, because then I would be a murderer, and I don't want to be a murderer. If I am meant to die, like, oh no, someone has a knife to my throat, and they say, you have a knife as well, and you have to you have a knife to this person's throat. Here's this strange scenario I'm coming up with. Kill them or I'll kill you. It's like, I'm not going to do that. Do I think that this person is also in danger? Yes, but I'm not going to participate in Saw, the movie. No, I wouldn't. I would be dead. The end. I would die. Interesting. Yes, it is very interesting. You sacrifice your own self, your own life for a complete stranger. Ooh. Now there's an interesting one, because I am no longer... Oh, am I? I don't know. I'm not killing them. But it's like, oh yeah, like, there's a heart transplant. They really need a heart transplant. It has to be your heart. You will die from this, but like, would you do it? No? Like, no, I guess? Again, if I had to die, if it's my time to die, I'm not going to kill someone else. But if it's your time to die, I don't know why I should have to die. Maybe that upsets some people, but it's like, I'm not looking to just throw my life away if I don't have to. But I'm also not going to throw someone else's life away if I don't have to. It sounds like in that scenario, you kind of were meant to die. Like in the previous one, I was kind of meant to die, so no. Even more interesting. Is it though? Is it? Have you ever been inside of a burning building? I have not. No. Have you ever been to a funeral? Yes, I have. I've been to a few. Would you attend your own funeral? If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? Like, just like, secretly? Or just like, alone? I think I would. It would be an interesting experience. And whether or not I'm assuming other people aren't like, oh my god, you're dead, but you're here. I'm assuming. But it would be interesting at the very least. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'd be curious what people say. I would hope that I'm sure that there'd be some tears. I'd hope that people would at least be able to have some laughs about it and say like, oh, that was so funny. I love that. I'll miss that. Like, what a fun person. Maybe if I die, people will bring balloons, pretty flowers, maybe a cake. You can have cake at my funeral. Be like, yeah, he's dead. Woohoo! What a no, but like, yeah, like he's dead. That doesn't mean we can't, have cake. Cake makes everyone feel better. Chocolate makes you, like, we found out chocolate does make you feel better. Have some chocolate at my funeral. Do so. I don't care. I'm dead. What does it matter to me? Enjoy yourselves. Do something to brighten things up a little bit. Doesn't mean you have to sing and dance, but, like, comfort yourselves. Take it easy on yourselves. Indulge. Be selfish, If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Depends on what you think of the future, I guess. If the future is unchangeable, then no, I wouldn't want to know that. I would want to experience it naturally. But if it's like, yeah, there's still time to change that, like, oh, like Scrooge McDuck sort of thing, not Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, like this is what'll happen. You'll die and everyone will hate you, and unless you change, then yeah, I would. But if I can't change it, then why would I bother looking at just me being miserable? But yes, I would. I think I can change my future. If you had the power to stop time, do you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? If I had the power to stop time, I would just be lazy in the downtime, and then start time and be productive. So everyone would be like, wow, he's really productive. And then I'd be like, yeah, I spent like 10 hours doing this thing, and then time to just like take a nap. I would take a nap if I could stop time. I would have so much extra time to do nothing. It would be wonderful. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you do it? No. Fuck you in particular. Die. I hope I picked no. If I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? I feel like a psychologist can dig deep into where you are in a headspace better. But me as a person, as a core, all my unspoken wants and desires of who I want to be, what I want to do, I don't think you can know that. So no. No. Someone threatens to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? No, and I think I mentioned this before in the previous video. I talked about this. My first response would be to ensure safety. So whether or not someone has a gun pointed at me, that means I need to like try to smack their hand out of the way or something. Like if I think that's the best way to do it, I'm gonna do that. If I had to break their arm to yeah, they're gonna still pick up the gun and shoot me unless I break their arm, then yes, I will do that. But I wouldn't ever be like, yeah, you tried to kill me, I'll kill you, or I'll make you regret that. I would want to make it so that there is no more danger, and then stop it there, If I can talk someone down from it, I would prefer to do that over, like, beating someone up. Be like, yeah, you try to kill me, I'll teach you a lesson not to try to kill me. So, no. But that doesn't mean I'm not opposed to getting physical to protect myself or other people around me, or even the person. Who knows? If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologize to you? Yes, they would be apologizing to me. I'd say like, hey, do you need any help with the drug addiction? Yeah, but like, if they stole like $300 from me or something, or even just like $10 from me, be like, it's fine. Like, you're going through some shit. Obviously, it's a drug addiction. I'm not going to add on to that and make things worse. Yeah, I would. Drug addictions suck. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, do you confront them about it directly? I would expect my family members to be a little like, I hold them to high regards, so I would hope that they wouldn't say stuff about that. But I'd be like, why did? I probably would. I wouldn't do so angrily. I would say, hey, I heard that you didn't like this about me, or that you said that. Like, I'm a really smelly, stinky doo-doo head. I'm a really stinky, sneaky snake. let's talk about that. I want to understand that and not be that way anymore. So yes, I would. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? The alternative is death. So yes, I would probably do it. You woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were. You choose to leave and start a new life. Oh, well, assuming they're like, I guess we'll accept him in. I don't remember him. Like, assuming I'm allowed to stay. Yeah, I love my family. I would be like, yeah, let's build new memories. Like, I'll tell you about, like, I'll prove that I know you, even though you don't know me. But, like, I love my family. I love all of my family members, and I love hanging out with them, chatting with them, and all the differences that we have and all the similarities. So, yeah, I would stick with them. So, no, I would not choose a different life. The homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain. Would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? I want to say yes. I want so very much to say yes. But again, this is the old lady crossing the street. Now, I've seen people who... trying to think. I've seen, like, we've all seen a homeless person. And I have done, on numerous occasions, be like, here, have some money, or, like, have... Like, usually it's money, I think. I don't think I've ever given anything else. But there are times where I have walked past, like, I see someone just, like, hanging out around, like, lunchtime, and I have some lunch that I have gotten. It's like, I haven't given this person my lunch. They haven't asked, so I don't want to just be like, hey, you look like you're homeless, sad, and starving. Do you want food? Like, I'm not gonna just walk up to someone. If they say, hey, would I be able to have some, like, can you spare some of that food? I haven't been in that situation. So I can't legitimately tell if I would give them my food. I'm assuming I would. It's just food. I'll just go get more. I've had some people ask me for money, but it seems a little bit dubious. Like, I've had some strange interactions of people asking me for money, and it didn't seem sincere. It seemed like people were just like, hey, can I have some money? It's like, no. Also, I don't carry cash on me anymore, so I can't give you my credit card. But I have given stuff to people before. I don't know if I would walk home naked. I would probably try to help the person not be in the rain, sick, freezing, and utterly miserable. I'd probably give him my umbrella or a coat. I wouldn't give him my clothes and walk home naked. There's a better alternative to that, I think. You know? This is my way of saying I feel better about not helping the person and by walking home naked. Someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever. Would you still be upset with them? Someone almost hit me with their car. They were getting pretty pissed off at, I guess, the way the road was going. So they took a hard left while I was crossing the street. Like, I was already crossing the street at a crosswalk. I was not jaywalking. It was a crosswalk. Very clearly labeled. They were like, screw this. Took a hard left and almost ran me over. I had to, like, jump out of the way. I was pretty, like, shaken and upset with them. But do I hold it against them? No. I think what they did was stupid, though, but no. Especially if I held no injuries. Like, yeah, like, I can now say I've been hit by a car, and I walked away unscathed. I'm basically Superman. I almost said Batman. Hit Batman with the car. See how that goes over for him. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages with these questions? No. Maybe you should have been. Well, maybe I'm not. Too bad. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this, other than just simply answering question after question? No. I feel like these are already pretty deep. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Yes, I do. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? I do carry a umbrella to and from work, but I don't mind getting rained on, and they're pretty annoying to carry. But I still use one, even though I think they're pretty stupid. Yes. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? I think red, the whole, like, I love blue and yellow. They make, like, green, purple, and orange is okay. I think red might be, like, one of my lesser colors. I don't like warm colors. I definitely like the cooler spectrum. This is the one that'll break me. It's a prettier color than pink. I say no. Because I think red is a more beautiful color, whereas pink is a prettier color. You ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? Are those song lyrics? Eating in front of people can be awkward. Do you agree? It can be, but it's not always. Like, if you make eye contact with someone, whenever I'm aware of it, like when I just drink something, I'm just like, yeah, you know, stare off into space. But when I'm aware of it, I'm like, where do I look? So it can be awkward, yeah. Rings used as ceremonial wedding gifts are so outdated. Do you agree? No. It's symbolism. Weddings are all about symbolism. Like, nothing's stopping you two from saying, like, yeah, fuck it. We're just walking away, never seeing each other again. It's all about symbolism. And I think that's like a bond, an eternal circle, and you're both wearing one. So I think that's pretty great. No, I don't think so. Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions combined to spell out the word murder? No, you did this last time too, and I'm completely oblivious. Do you know why that is? No? Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? No, it doesn't. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? No. I'm oblivious. You realize it's too late to turn back now? Yes. Do you hear someone in your room? No, I hear something in my ears because the whispering in this fucking game is so loud. Do you see the shadows closing in? It's pretty bright, actually. It's pretty bright. Let me, real quick, check that my recording's going. Cool. No. Because they're not, even though it is getting later in the day. Shoo, scratch. Do you ever feel like you're being watched? I was asked this one in the last one, too. I don't think I'm important enough or interesting enough to be watched. But that paranoia is always there. Because, you know, when you see someone, like you're just walking along the street or driving, and someone has a big TV in their window, and you can, like, see clearly, like, oh, they're watching a sports game or something. It's like, haha, okay. At me, at least, I might be very conscientious about this. Maybe there's some weirdos out there who are like, what are you watching? Huh? You know? Oh, okay. How interesting. I'm not like that. I'm like, oh, whoops. Okay, sorry. Like, you should probably get some curtains, but I'm not going to just spy on you. I assume other people are like that. So, no, I don't feel like I'm being watched, but there's always a paranoia of like, yeah, but what if I am? I don't want to walk just, like, naked to the bathroom in the middle of the night with my curtains open, because I don't want someone to be like, ah, and, like, see me naked. But no, I don't feel like I am, actually. Did you look around your room a moment ago? Oh, you were talking about right now. No. Do you like long walks on the beach? No, I prefer to just stay in one spot on the beach. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? I do. I love it when people are like, oh, you shouldn't have. It's like, I should have and I did. I love delighting people. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? You know, let's think about that. At all in my life? Yeah. Like, just like, not like ending things, but just being like, you know, whatever. Screw it, I give up. Yeah, I have thought about that. And I think a lot of people have been in a low spot in their life. I'm in a very good spot in my life right now. So no, not at all. But there have been times when when you're emotional teenage years, or when you're going through a rough spot, when you're like, nothing's going well, nothing's going right. What does it matter? Who cares? Just give up. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people have been there. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? I love myself a lot now. And I have for a long time. But I love my family a lot. I really love my family a lot. My family, real good. Even if they buy me the strangest of video games to play. But yes, I do love my family a lot. I love you. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Stay hydrated, Dad. And sit up in your chair. I know you're slouching. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Ooh. Do I? Do I? No. Because I have multiple friends that are just that good. It's like, here's best friend. Better than all the others. But the problem is, I know a lot of really great people, and they're all up here. So they're like best friend material. But I have multiple best friends, and I'm very lucky to have that. So I'm very lucky to have you. You know who you are. You know who you are. And if you think you are, you're like, maybe. You probably are. So, no. Not one. I have many. You think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? No. Interesting. I thought this game came out before Corona, so that's interesting to be like, oh, yeah, okay. Do you believe that you're human? Yes. There's something else. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? Being invisible would be really cool, but then no one would get to look at my handsome face. To be honest, if I was invisible, I'd probably just like invisible man it and like still wear clothes or like wear a mask that people could like see my expressions and stuff. Wearing a mask for COVID, I got a lot of like, people aren't getting my expressions and I'm not getting theirs. So I tried to be more expressive with my eyes so people could see that and respond to that. If I was invisible, you wouldn't be able to see any of that. You just have to go off my like inflections and tone of voice and stuff and my actions, the way I type. I try to be very expressive in how I type, like using little emojis or like big like all capital letters for one word in particular. I try to be very expressive. And if I'm invisible, I feel like there'd be a lot lost in that. So no, I wouldn't do that. Would I sneeze and accidentally turn myself invisible and not be able to turn myself back? Probably. But that's a story for another time. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? Yes, because I would just pay for their food. And this is something I've done in the past. I heard about someone who said I can't pay for food for my family, so I bought them food for like a year because, or at least I gave them money for a year. Because I'm able to. If you're able to, I urge you, help someone like that. If you know someone who's in that situation, help them. That way they don't have to rob a convenience store. That's something that I feel like they would hold that against themselves. They would think less of themselves, like, yeah, I'm a terrible person, I robbed something. I wouldn't want to put someone through that. Just buy them food. It's fine. They'll thank you for it. So, yes, I would stop them. There's much kinder solutions to that. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but like, if you can, pay for someone's food. It's a very simple and easy act to do. They've already picked it out, probably, or they're going to. It's just money. It's like saying, here's a gift card to, eating, as opposed to like trying to get them a gift. Like if you get where I'm going to. It's really easy to do. I urge you to do it, and it makes you feel good. Why not do that? At the very least, you're paying for yourself feeling better, and also a family to eat. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash, a little sneaky snake, a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Yes, I would. I don't want them to die. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? Being an eagle would be interesting. Would I be able to be like, caw to like my friends and family, be like, feed me, I'm an eagle, don't let me have to hunt and potentially starve and die? Would I animorphs for a whole year? That'd be a pretty novel experience. I gotta say, flying would be interesting. I'd try it. I'd be back to myself after a year. Why not? If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? No, I wouldn't. One, I wouldn't want to kill a grizzly bear. Two, the grizzly bear would absolutely fuck me up. So no, I'd be fine. I'm okay. Though I could do a lot to help people with those riches, and I would be able to buy a whole lot of video games with those riches. But no, I wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't kill someone for my own life. I wouldn't murder a grizzly bear with a machete and an army helmet for riches. You have to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year. Would you choose potatoes? Potatoes you can do a lot with them. You can do a lot with the potatoes. You got potato tots, you got mashed potatoes, you got french fries, you've got like baked potatoes. Ooh, potatoes is a solid option. Yeah, I would. I'd fuck around with potatoes. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? I'm assuming it's not sentient and it just does that. Yeah, I would still eat pizza. Pizza's real good. Especially with pineapple on it. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by... Oh no. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? Yeah, and the problem is, I just said I have a whole bunch of best friends. If y'all got bit, line up. I'm saving all your lives. We're doing it. The last question, a difficult answer. No, let's do it. Are you... Wait a second, did you get bit a second time? You're back in line. That's sure why. You feel mortal? My soul is immortal. Body is mortal. Yes, I do feel mortal. I feel like if I got hit by a car, I'd be really dead. Do you enjoy live music? I used to. And then I realized I can enjoy the music at a softer volume, and I don't need to kill my ears, and I can still enjoy the music. But I enjoy music that is often played loud. I just enjoy it quietly because I'm an old lady. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Yes, I always have. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? No, I don't. I'm very thankful I don't. Do you ever feel depressed? Yes, but not lately. I've been doing really well. You're not alone. And hey, if ever you are struggling with anxiety or depression, you can chat with me. I'm not like a what's the word? A psychologist. I'm not licensed to do anything, but I can at least give you company. I urge you to speak with a psychologist. If you broke your leg, you would go to a doctor about it. If you have a mental illness like depression or any other thing like that, you should go to a doctor about it. They can help you. They can set you up so that you can manage that, so that you can be healthier and happier and safer. Be kind to yourself. Do you feel relaxed? Yes, now I do. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? I think so. Even if it's a long deceased, recently deceased, some sort of deceased family member, I feel like people are looking out for me and be like, hey, nice job. You sat up. Proud of you. I'm a guardian angel. Got good posture. Do you ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? Yes. Is that weird? Like sometimes I'll be like, did my mom just call my name? No, because she's in a completely different state. She's a liquid and I'm a gas. No, it's just like, oh weird. Like I imagine that so suddenly and so strongly. It's like weird. Yes. I'm gonna take special note of that one. Yeah, you should. You should. Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Yes. And I am the person who will, if there's no cars around, I will press the crosswalk button and wait for it to turn. It's like, why not? I've got nowhere important to be. I'll just follow the rules because I'm a total dweeb. Yes, I do. In fact, I look left and right and then left again. And then I walk along the crosswalk that I'm supposed... I check when I walk across and I have a signal to walk. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes. Stay clean. I have, my hands are pretty clean at the moment. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? Yes. I hate sitting on public toilets. I will always wipe them down. I hate the fact that I've washed my hands and then I look at the doorknob and I'm like, there's so many people who handled their junk and like wiped their butt and then like touched the doorknob without... I hate that. I hate that so much. It's so gross. Is winter your favorite season? Ooh. Fall is my favorite season because you kind of get the best of like everything, and also Halloween. So no, it's my second or third favorite season. I used to hate spring until I started growing plants, and spring came really nice. Now summer is my least favorite season because it's hot and it's buggy. Bugs. Do you know anyone named Josh? Yes. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? Yeah? Are you allergic to any animals? No. I don't have any serious allergies that I know of. Have you ever thought about, or actually, I have a mild intolerance to dairy, but I feel like everyone does. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? Not like being like, I've never been like, yeah, but it's like, that dog's got a really gross red rocket, and I don't want to look at it. Every time there's like a male like animal of some sort, I'm like, can you put pants on that thing? I don't want to look at that. Like, yes, in a way that is like, yeah, there is sexual. It is in a sexual conversation topic. There's a look. Like, have you ever been to an art store? I think Michael's is a pretty like national one. And have you ever seen that the little plastic horses that they sell? They have a dick and balls on there. I'm like, why would they do that? Like, why would they? I feel like everyone has. Not like in a, let's be, come over here, random squirrel. Like, yeah, I don't think a lot of people do that, and I fear for people who do. But, like, if it's just like, hey, like, that thing, wow, that thing, I don't even know what I'm saying. Before I put my foot in my mouth, I'm going to say yes, and I feel like everyone does. Because animals don't wear clothes, and you get a great look at, like, wow, look at that cat's butthole. Like, okay. And everything else that I'm seeing. Have you ever been in love? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Yes, I would. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? Dominant in day-to-day? Like socially over other people? No? I'm confused by that question. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? No, I need more time on my hands. I need more time to have on my hands. Can you be easily intimidated by others? I wouldn't say easily, but I can be intimidated by others, just not easily. Are you easily excitable? Yes, I am. How'd you know? Do you enjoy solving complex problems? I enjoy the solving. I don't enjoy the what is God. Most of these that I've looked at, I'm just like, screw it, what's the answer? And I'm like, oh, okay, I could have figured that out. I enjoy the elation of when an answer finally comes to you. So I enjoy the solving of them. You have a difficult time relaxing? No, I'm pretty easy to relax. Slouch. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? Like living with me? I don't think I am. I like to keep a relatively clean space, but overall, it's like, just do your own thing. I'll do mine. I'm okay with just like sitting and just like waiting. I don't need like, you need to like interact with me. You need to water me, keep me wet in like a nice sunny place. Do you trust easily? Yes, I do. I think it's a courtesy to trust someone. It's a like the whole thing of like, oh, you have to earn my respect. You have to earn my trust. Like, why though? I just give that to people. That seems kind and respectful to do that. Just do that. Can someone lose my trust or respect? Yeah, if I expect that you're going to lie to me, but like, I don't know. Just give that to you. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? Yes, and I think a lot of people know that I hate lying. Do I do it sometimes? Yes, but I hate doing it. So I try to avoid it all possible. Have you ever told a lie? There's not a single person who has not told a lie. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Have I lied? I'm trying to because I have a lot. I've already sucked the poison out of all their genitals, all my best friends. Have I lied to them though? If I did, it would only ever be because I feel like at the time it is in their best interest not to know the full truth or the whole truth. But have I actually lied to any of my best friends? I don't think I have. If I've been not fully open about something, but I feel like I've been honest in the fact saying, hey, no, I'm not going to talk about all of that. There's a little bit here. No, because there are times where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine, I'm okay. When I wasn't, I was upset or something. I have said I'm fine. So yes, I guess I have lied to them, but I feel like it's a very obvious lie. But I guess yes, I have. you ever lied to your family? Yeah. My family is the ones who instilled in me the great sense of honesty. Once trust is lost, it's really difficult to earn it back. So, I have lied to them when I was growing up and, developing that. Have I lied to them lately? I don't recall a time that I have. So, but yeah, people lie all the time. Have you lied about any answers during the session? I don't think I have. I've been doing my best, to be honest. Are you wondering why all these questions have to do with lying? No, that's just a topic. It's all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? Not at my own expense, but I like to make people happy or satisfied or give people things. Yes. My answers for 5 different things were, well, I feel like there's a better way that I can help this person. Or I could just help this person instead of letting this happen. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? Yes. And I had for a long time. But there are times where I'm an introvert and I just don't notice me. I don't exist for a couple hours. I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to watch TV. And I don't want anyone to notice me or bug me about it. But that doesn't mean I don't most of the time having people like being the one who's the funniest in the room or something. I do. That's part of who I am. I got a birthday card one time that says, it's your birthday. And for one whole day, the Earth actually, the sun does actually orbit around you. You are the center of the universe. Yay. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I think so. Insert fart noise. Do you frighten easily? I can get pretty spooked over little things. I was in the shower one time, lathering myself up. I got shampoo and soap on myself, and I got a glimpse of my nipple, and it was visible through all the soap. And I couldn't tell what it was for a moment out of the corner of my eye, and I thought it was just a wound or some sort of sore. And I was like, oh. And it was pretty stupid. So I think I could get spooked pretty easily. So yes. If I didn't have vision on both my doors, this would be a little spooky. That was a little startling. Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. You fucking know what that was about. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to more gritty questions. That was the simple? Wait, hold on. Excuse me? How long have I been recording? An hour and 20 minutes? That's the simple part. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deeper into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Yes, I know. Let's get started. You're home alone and it's dark and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, I think that's right? There's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do you do? Grab the closest item and use it as a weapon. Ignore the knocking, hope it goes away. Ask, who is it? And wait. Pull the open door. I would just ignore the knocking and hope it goes away. I'd be freaked out though. Meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money and find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches, asking if you can spare some change. What do you do? Tell the man you've got no change left to offer. Tell the homeless woman to share with the man. The homeless man asks the woman for some more change. Tell the man that you'll get some from somewhere. I would say I got no more left to offer. I've done that before. It's like, hey, I don't have, I have my card on me, my debit card. I don't have any cash. I'm all out. Really now? Yes, really. What would you do, Fate? Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? Oh no, both of my parents are watching this video right now. They're probably watching it together. Get medical treatment to my father so he lives, to my mother. Split the medication between two, even though both may die. I'd save the medical treatment for myself just in case I get sick. Okay, so here's my theory, is that right now, my mom and dad love you so much. They're sitting on the couch and they're like, no, if they were in this situation, they would both tell me to give it to the other person. So the question is, how do I decide? Because they'd be like, no, give it to so-and-so, like, it's fine. And I feel like one would make a better case than the other. I won't say who, but I feel like one would just be more, like, persuasive about it. But what I would do, even though both made that, I would try to split the medication. I wouldn't be able to choose. But the problem is, I'm risking both of their lives. And I'm curious, what I don't know is, would they be okay with that? If I split the medication to try to save both of them, I know that they would say, just give it to the other one. Let them live. Give them the certainty of living. But I don't know if I could do that and willingly let one of them die if there's a chance for both of them. Oh gosh, Mom and Dad, please don't judge me. I would feed you both half the medicine. That doesn't surprise me. You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says, "The cure for cancer. What do you do?" Holy crap! Turn the case into a professional entity turn the case to a professional entity so they can utilize it. Keep the gold bars, but give away the cure for cancer. Keep the cure for cancer, but give away the gold bars. Keep everything in case for yourself or sell it for use. I would give it away. I do not have the means to facilitate giving out this money. I'd probably give the gold bars to one of my favorite organizations. I've really enjoyed things like the Trevor Project, Mermaids, and National Wildlife Association, I think it's called. I think that they're all very good and very forward and upfront with what they spend, and a lot of it goes to the actual charity process. And then for the cure for cancer, I would give to probably like a big hospital. Like, I'd be like, World Health Organization, or something like, something. I'd be like, please, here, I have it. Take it. Just give good into the world. So yeah, I would. It felt good thinking of that scenario, because I felt good about myself. What a wasted opportunity. Yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't judge. You shouldn't. Fate. You're stuck alone inside of your house, and you're... there's like a knot in my neck. It's because I've been slouching. You're stuck alone inside of your house, and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food, and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential food source around you is your family pets. What do you do? In this scenario, there's probably lots of food, and I just don't want to cook it, because I hate cooking my own food. This requires a lot of context as to what's going on. I would either starve with my pets, or cut meat from my pets and treat their wounds as nothing I would ever do. Let my pets eat me? I would assume that I would die. Be like, oh, I'm still starving and barely hanging on. I'd just be like, you know what? Let them have me. Hopefully. I hope they're not eating me while I'm alive. But I would never ever do that. Let my pets eat me? I guess that's a different question than... I guess the whole thing is like they would eat me, but it's like, you know, I love you. You are dependent on me. I was supposed to be able to be feeding you. It's kind of on me, so you can eat me. You can eat me. I'm already starving to death. I'm not going to be much meat, though. Why am I not surprised? You know what? Neighbor's home is on fire. Blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do? Call the fire department, keep my distance, start shouting for help, run to the burning building, try to rescue anyone, walk away. I would try to call the fire department and be like, hey, yo, I'm sure you already know about this, but like, get over here. And then I would run into the burning building. Because I feel like we all know enough about burning buildings on how to escape so that you can be careful. I would wrap myself up, I would cover my face as best I can, and I would do my best to try to get to that person. I would not be able to live with myself saying, there was someone in help that I could have helped. I've never been in a burning building. I already answered that. I've never run into a burning building, so I don't know what would happen. But I wouldn't, there's a very strong chance that I would die, or that I would become part of the problem. But I wouldn't be able to say, I never ran into the burning building and found out to at least help someone. I wouldn't be able to just like sit around and be like, yeah, you know, I walked away from that. That's a clear cry for help. And I, like, obviously, if you touch a doorknob and it's hot, like, yeah, like, be careful. It would suck, but I would at least try. Maybe someone's, like, pinned under something. I would try. I would not want to just say, I didn't help. Or I sat around and be like, please, someone else come help and save this. I would call the fire department as quickly as possible, maybe even while I'm going in on my phone, my cell phone, and then I would do that. I like that, right? You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. Quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do you do? Oh, God. Well, a woman should not be under my bed. So, regardless of how your bed's set up, whether it's like, oh, my bed, there's no space under my bed because it directly touches the ground. Regardless, there should not be anyone under my bed. I think I've done this before where I'm like, hello? Hello? I would stay and wait under my covers, but I'd be like, hello? What's happening? A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? Three of them as a toy in your Happy Meal. I'd decline the offer. As much as be like, hey, I already got 3. I'd just be like, no, I don't need to know when I die. It'll happen. Everyone dies. I don't need to be like, I wouldn't enjoy that. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulders firmly from behind. What do you do? How'd they get there? Spin around with a vicious elbow to whoever's behind you. Tell him to squeeze harder. You could use a nice massage. I would probably jump and turn around. I'm a very easily scared person. Like, oh my god. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? Jump out of the bath, kick the hand, give it a firm handshake, maybe even a solid fist bump. Push it underwater and hope you get some free hand action. Give it a firm handshake, you know? Like, first impressions are real good. So it's like, you know what? Hello! Glad you're sharing this with me. Please leave, but nice to meet you. Haha. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. Doesn't that always happen? A man is standing above you, looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches. What do you do? I don't have sensitive skin and allergies. But hey, lotion, he must be very concerned about my skin. Smart choice, right? Like, do what this creepy man tells you. It's just lotion. You're sitting at home alone, and all of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes and know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? I had the opposite. I didn't see it, but it was like, hey, now the door is open. Let's see. I'll just, the door wants to be shut. Let's just leave it shut. I'll leave that be. If someone's robbing my house, and they were like, let's shut the door. Haha. They'll, like, if they open the door, we'll know. It's like, you know what? If you want to rob my house, you can rob my house. I'm not about to get in and potentially get killed. I like that, right? Rob my house. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction tells you that they have had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? I have no attraction. And I have talked about this earlier. It's good to be honest about your feelings. You can't just fake or lie to yourself about something. I don't want to convince myself, be like, you know what? I'll develop feelings along the way. I'm not interested. And I hope that doesn't ruin a friendship, but I'm not interested. Sorry. So you're one of those types. I am. And I feel like I've been for a while. And I'm more okay with the fact that I have made mistakes in the past with that. So, your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. Doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog is just on escalating to growls. What do you do? Walk to the corner, extend your hand to feel for anything, walk to the room, ignore it. I'm not gonna do the horror movie thing of like, what could it be? I guess I would watch my pet and see if they continue to do anything. Perhaps they hear something outside. I would try to calm the pet. Obviously, the pet is distressed. Taking note of that, yeah. You see a massive spider in your room the size of your hand. What do you do? I go through phases of like, yeah, just squish the thing and not squish the thing. They're like, even if it's like a little fly or like a nitty little spider. There's a spider on the ceiling of my shower the other day, and I was like, so I got like something, got it to like hang from the like little thing that I grabbed, and I moved it over. It's like, stay in the bathroom. Clearly you're here. I wouldn't mind having something to clear up bugs, but just not right there. Like, find it a good corner to stay in. You can be there. Bring it out of your house down. Try to capture alive for science. I would try to capture alive. I guess I would try to capture alive, but not for science. There was no just like re-release somewhere else. I would shoo them outside. Closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Turn them into the authorities. I don't want them killing more people. I would not want them to harm more people. Immediate. That's easy. There's no better option. Not be like, oh, let me help you with that. It's like, no. Find help in the system, you know? Unless there's a death penalty. Oh, dear. Oh, well. You find out that you had only one day left to live. What do you do? Tell everyone I love them. Be happy, not sad. Do something insane and crazy. Anything goes. Not tell anyone at all. Spend my time on my own away from others. I've heard some other people say that they would live that life normally and act as if nothing has changed, and I feel like that is very cruel to the people, because if you know that you're going to die, I feel like you're not gonna care after you die, but they're going to keep on living. It's good to let them to know that they have that one day left, even if it brings some sadness. Say like, hey, don't be happy about it. Let's spend this last day together, or tell me things that you've always wanted to tell me. Don't leave anything unsaid. I want to hear it all. Did you scrub the toilet with my toothbrush one time? Like, clean the toilet with my toothbrush? I want to know about it. Like, don't have any loose threat, like anything left unsaid or undone. Get your closure. That's what I would want to do with my last day, is give closure to the people I care about. And maybe even don't care about. Hey, if you want to punch me in the face, I'll be dead after today. Punch me in the face. Go for it. Alright then. Like, I'll be dead. Who cares? If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning, that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all of the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? Is ice cream good for pets? Lay down. I'm obviously way too high for this. Give them the ice cream all the ice cream they can handle. Don't give them the ice cream. You're not going to fall for that one. Assure them that you'll protect them and they won't die. I don't get high, but obviously I need to lay down. Obviously something is wrong. If you need, I'm sure that if you can speak, then you can handle the ice cream situation on your own. If you want, you can get that on your own. You're clearly sentient enough to talk. But I'm clearly reacting to something poorly. I'm gonna lay down. Oh, lovely. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what you would do? I don't think mugging me is a good idea. I would just be like, hey, if you need money, like, it's my money. I don't want to just, like, throw it away, but it's better than being mugged. Can I help you? Can I buy you something? You know? Please don't mug me. That's not the best thing, at least for you, for me, for the both of us. Best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do you do? I would try to convince them, telling themselves in, like, hey, it was an accident. And I don't know the rules for manslaughter, but, like, it was an accident. You can't just hide it. That makes it worse. You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that it's probably just wishful thinking. What do you do? I would turn myself into the authorities and stop that. have to hold myself to the same standards I hold other people to. I wouldn't just hide it. That only makes it worse. And if someone found this person dead and it's like now their family knows about it, I would want them to have that closure. Be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I want to make this right. I obviously can't. I've killed someone. I've killed someone you care about. But what can I do? Like, even if it's just me being punished for it, and you want me to sit in jail, it's like I'll do that. It was my mistake. I should try to make it better if I can. If you spill something, you try to clean it up. If you accidentally kill someone, you try to make recompense. What's the word? You try to make it better. At least I would. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. Are we? It's almost been 2 hours. How long is this video? Following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer. Okay. No matter how uncomfortable that may be. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved by all. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I'd rather never get jealous. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? By my parents. I love my parents. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. Under the sea? Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do or get away with something horrible but you did but always live in fear of being caught? I'd rather go to jail for 5 years. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now, or would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I'd rather have my dream job. I'd rather be happy for that time. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear be somewhat itchy or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? I just fold it over. One-ply toilet paper can be folded and suddenly it's multiple-ply toilet paper. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood or have tattoos appear in your body that depict what you did yesterday? My mood. Color changing. I always had a color changing ring or neck. Okay, sorry. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you see a dog? I'll take the orgasm shits for 5. I'd rather oh no, but that's a lot. That's in public. I think I'd get really good at hiding it. I'd rather not shit every time I orgasm. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex? Oh God. Would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body? Would you have sex with your parent in your partner's body? I feel like my parents would understand, but I would rather mentally never have to go through that with my parents and have them like after the fact be like, yeah, we did that. I'd rather be like, hey, mom and dad, your bodies are gonna have to take the L, take a shower afterwards, take a bath, I don't know, forget about it. But you didn't do that. You never did that. I didn't do that with my parents. I did that with my partner, who is consenting in a different body. Even though my body's with my parents. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I didn't even have to answer that. Just answer the question. Okay, I did have to answer it. Sex with my partner in my parents' body. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. I'm glad I don't have to have sex with any of my parents' bodies. I hope my neighbors don't hear me saying that. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. Yeah, I think we're done with that. We're going to end the test with just a short series of final questions giving simple answers. Oh, thank goodness. We'll get started now. Of the following options, which number do you like the most? Ooh, I like 11. Of the following options, which color resonates with you best at this exact moment? Black, red, green, blue. Green! I like green a lot. Green's my new favoriteest color. I also like white, but that's technically not a color. But green is the color of all the plants I love. And of nature and spring and happiness and money. I'm kidding. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Spiders, snakes, scorpions, or dogs? Scorpions. Out of the following options, which flavor is your favorite? Chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter, or mint? Ooh, but they're all tasty. I don't think vanilla. I don't think chocolate, but they're all tasty. I like peanut butter a lot. I also like mint a lot. I think peanut butter, because it's more versatile in what you can do with it. You can't have a mint smoothie, but you can have a peanut butter smoothie. But you can't have peanut butter tea. Oh well. Following options, I really like peanut butter. Which do you personally value the most? Family, friends, money, or freedom? Ooh. I love my friends a lot. But I think it's just like itty bitty tiny, like if it's like, here's 1 amount, here's 2 amounts, here's 3 amounts, it's like 0.99. So that it's just below my friends. But I love my family most. The following options, which could you most live without? Family, friends, money, or freedom? I could live without money. I have lived without money. I'm a millennial. The following options, which statement is the most accurate? I'm brave, I'm caring, I'm smart, I am attractive. Well, I am attractive, but I think I am very caring. The following options, which are you most afraid of? Living forever, losing my loved ones, dying alone, or dying immediately after this test is finished? I'm a little concerned about that last one, but I think my thing I'm most afraid of is losing my loved ones. Whether they don't like me anymore, or whether they all just, like, die suddenly. Like, whatever you may think about death and stuff, I don't want just to be like, alright, well, now I'm alone. Because if I could live forever, I would not want to live forever. But I don't think it would be the worst thing if you did. You would have to watch all your friends die, but that would be natural, and you could make more friends and family. We're almost finished, but I've got just one final question for you. I would also be the omniscient entity that lives in the forest. Have you ever punched a nun? My answer is still the same. I've not punched a nun in this time, but it's not a complete no. I may have. I've been in a situation where I might have punched a nun, and it's a greater chance that I have than others. But no, I don't think I punched a nun. Really, I'll try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Yeah, just, you know, as you punch that nun. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. Okay. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. I thought I was going to cry, and here I am not crying. I'm trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. I'm trying to keep this as professional as possible. Aha! Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. So I personally believe it would be in your best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. Alright, I've been doing a lot of happiness seeking, a lot of soul searching, and a lot of pursuing my future and what I want to be, and just trying to achieve my outcome. What I want is to maybe make YouTube videos. So I'm making more. I'm putting more greater effort in that. It's one of many things. But that's what I'm doing. So let's see how fate here tells me, and if that lines up with what I've been thinking. First and foremost, I like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that's taken for granted more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Interesting. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything, for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. What's done is done. The end. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now, imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, I'm sorry, but you can't afford that. As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. I have a good friend of mine who was talking about that recently and saying, and he put it very beautifully, saying that when someone chooses to spend their time with you and hang out with you and wants to share that moment, time with you, and just share themselves with you and have you share them with you, that's so valuable. And I started thinking about that, and I was thinking, actually I'm starting to tear up a little bit. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking how special it is that family and friends, and again, people watching these videos, that you are taking time to spend with me. You are sharing that with me. That means a lot, and I want to give that back to you. And I don't spend as much time as I would like to with everyone. There are some people who I only have very brief conversations with, or I don't talk to for long periods of time, and I wish I could give them more of that. But I can only hand out a certain amount of that time at a time, and I have to allocate that. I'm trying to do my best. If I could, I would spend all the time in the world with everyone. But I want you to know that it means so much to me. The time that you spend with me, and time that I spend with you is so valuable because I get to spend it with you. All of you, everyone, people who watch this, people who I don't even know, thank you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Okay, let's see here. Are you gonna give me something spooky? No? Okay. I can tell that you're very often misunderstood. Even the closest to you typically don't give you a lot of respect that you deserve, which is honestly really unfortunate. Do they? I mean, I've had that happen a lot in the past. Like, where I feel like I was in bad friendships or bad relationships, but I don't feel that currently. We'll see what Faye has to say. I think the main issue really lies in communicating with those around you in an effective way, okay? Communication is very important. One thing I'd highly recommend for you to do is attempt to build a bridge with those who doubt you. Instead of wondering why they don't understand you, try to put yourself in their shoes and think from their perspective. I do try to do that. Perhaps I'm doing it wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm doing it right. Once you're able to understand things from their point of view, you can begin to communicate in a way that will help them understand just how truly special you are. Thank you. I think it would be a very good investment of your time focusing on putting yourself in other people's shoes a lot more often before writing them off completely. I hope I don't write people off completely. If I have written you off completely, I apologize. I oftentimes, like doing the ADHD, neurodivergent, whatever thing, I think a lot about interactions, and I imagine scenarios of me speaking to people and trying to have a most optimal outcome where we're all happy, and where we're all satisfied at least, or at least get some sort of conclusion. I don't like not having closure, on my end or for other people. So I hope, and I apologize if I have, that I am able to empathize with you and empathize and try to better communicate. I think I do an okay job, but I'm not able to see everyone's point of views and how they think that. If you can master this little piece of advice and apply it to everyday life, you'll have the world at your fingertips. Ooh, my fingertips right here. So, maybe I should. My advice to you is to take a deep breath before responding to someone who attempts to speak to you, and take that moment to analyze what you're going to say before you let words leave your mouth. I think that's good advice for everyone, and I will try to apply that. I think that is good. I think you'll be very surprised how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Thank you, Fate. That was very kind of you. Secret word is understanding. Remember this word. This will come in handy. What was my other word? Understanding and something. I think it was like judgment or something. I don't recall. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. That's cool. I think I might have missed it because this is like several years old now as a game. If you do not wish to be part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments, and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you. If they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me about it. Thank you. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all of this. I'll still leave a comment. I'll still do that. I'll do that off camera. But I'm assuming it's like you can only spend so much time Like, yeah, I'm sure that they've moved on to more projects. If not, then hey, I'll leave a little comment for you. And in the third and final installment of this test series, all will finally be revealed. Not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experience is all about yet. It's about what should I order for dinner. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings, and if it helps, share what we do as we work on blah 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 blah, so emotion out of you. Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to your projects. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for participating in watching this. Maybe answering your own stuff. If you had any comments, if you're like, oh, I did this too, or I can't believe you said that. I want to know. I'm legitimately interested. If you can chat with me about this in YouTube comments or in private DMs or in a call, go for it. But I hope that my answers have been enlightening as to who I am, and maybe they've helped you understand a little bit more about yourself. This game is like $2 on Steam if you can. I strongly recommend checking it out for yourself. And yeah, if you wish to support us further, we'd love if you checked out our other titles on the other game section. Yes. After playing the test final revelation, then we also have a testing chamber which is connected to the test trilogy in a very special and unique way. Interesting. In the meantime, I'm definitely going to do the third one. The Advisor is another interesting experience I would like to recommend. I'll look into that too. Options decisions have a direct impact on development and process of the storyline of the Advisor series. We'd love to read it. I saw that there was a more recent one where they made something free recently, so they're still working on this. They have a lot more games that they're coming out in. Thank you much for supporting us. We hope the rest of your day is filled with all the love, all the joy and happiness that you deserve. Random Studios, thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, dear viewer. Thank you so much. Here are all the credits of the lovely people who worked on these. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I know this video was long. I hope you were able to sit down and relax despite the spookiness. And yeah, I'll do more of these. More titles. Yay! I think I teared up more in the last one. I almost caught up with my sentiments. I'm like, I quelled those emotions. And some names. Suppose a project along the way. No, I don't, for the sake of the video. But yeah, that was interesting. I'll be checking out the third one sometime in the future. And thank you so much for joining me. I know I've said it a million times, but check out my other playlist. I have other games like this where I talk a lot, or like a dream journal. I'm hoping to do more chatty videos too. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you for spending some of that time with me.